Hello, welcome to The Honest Wargamer, a partner of Twitch, and the 365th day of the StreamStreak. All at the same time. I am honestly giddy, so I'm not really 100% going to make much sense today. I've been trying to calm down for a few hours, but I'm very excited to talk to all of you who've made this possible and whom I love from the bottom of my very broken heart. And I'm going to do a dance off. I can see all the emotes in the chat. That's what we did. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. Very excited to have you here. Let's go. Two things to celebrate today. It's actually our 365th day live. And thank you to Diadrin for resubscribing. More on that in a moment. Podcast Bros, not 100% certain you're going to love everything today. It's just going to be mainly yammering about Twitch. But I'm very excited. And I'm super happy. So you guys are great. 365 days. Not in just this room. We've actually, in 365 days, we've relocated. We started out in the old studio with the leaky roof. We're now in the new studio with the leaky roof. So, yeah, I'll dance all day for you guys. Hype, hype, hype. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. Let me say hello to you all first. Pesco, I remember when this started a millennia ago. Agreed. Budtastic guy, thank you for resubscribing. MJ Pegasus also for subscribing. Oh my god, at tier 3. Loads to talk about today. Today, I was going to be talking about terrain, but since we got the news last night of partner, very excited. Yeah. If you guys haven't heard, we have reached partner. We were awarded partner status as of yesterday, which is super fun. So I'm going to be talking about that today. Which isn't very Warhammery, I know, but it is super cool for the channel, and I'm really excited because we can do loads of really fun stuff now. So I'm going to talk about that, and I'll talk about the 365 days. Don't forget, the main big show, I'm going to keep dancing, the main big show for the StreamStreak party is Sunday. 10 hours of guests and adventure is what we're doing, so do that. Grimstacker, thank you for resubscribing. Big love to you. Also, MJ Pegasus, Budtastic guy, Diadrin, you're all wonderful people. I'll just keep doing my dancing. Let me take a moment and calm down, because I need to. Cowboy Rob down, that's right. Hey, partner. Hey, partner. I think it means they can update their relationship status on Facebook. Yeah, okay, number one, how are you all? Are you all well? I hope you're all well. Hey, Pete. So for the first time in a long time, I'm able to see actually all of the chat emoticons, which I'm really excited about. That's super cool. So let's break down. I'm going to see how everyone is. Penguin 2000, thanks for being here. Missed you. How you been? Warhammer Rob, Yo-Yo, Mandalis. So is Warhammer TV partner? Yeah, they are. They're a partner, obviously. They actually was a partner before they went live. I had a contract with Twitch before we even went live. They were automatically a partner before they ever did their first show. We demand the Roblin emote. I promise you. So yeah, some of you may be... Okay, let's talk about partner thing. Let's talk about that first, because that's super cool. What does partner do? It allows us to put loads more emotes in the chat. New emojis. Thank you, T-Man Cash. So when I heard about the news last night, that's why I haven't done the terrain show today. I spent several hours with my man Scrivo, and we've been writing down some new emotes. In a minute, we're going to talk about them, and I'm going to ask you guys to give me some suggestions. Very excited to hear some suggestions. About that. So you mainly unlock new emotes, which is super fun, and then you can obviously, if you do subscribe on Twitch, you can use them on other channels. So those are big positives. There's also little reward things we can do and other stuff, so it's just it's going to be really fun. My suggestion is the Roblin emote back. Stu Redacted, how about a new Roblin emote? That's what we're going to be doing. Rob, pose please. Hold on, I'm going to do this pose if you need that. That's my pose. Hey Cup, thanks Podcast Bro checking in. Lovely. So yeah, new emotes, and basically the more people who subscribe, the more emotes. It's like for every 50 people who subscribe, you unlock one new emote tier. So I think we have something like 17 new emotes that we're going to be able to unlock for the show, although we have unlocked for the show. Yeah, don't worry, that's already an emote, okay? We'll go through the list of possible emotes in a moment, right? And what we're going to do there. So I think that's going to be... Look at you. You're all... Oh, yes, we're doing a no data emote. Of course we're doing a no data emote. So that if you subscribe here, anytime you go on another channel, You used to be able to put no data. That's obviously super important. If anything, the Honest Wargamer definitely is like the meme central. So we're just going to create all the meme emotes so you guys can use them on other channels. That was our main kind of focus last night when we were talking about it. Yes, I'll go through the emotes now. But there's some sad news also. This is something to point out. Some sad news. Depending on how you feel, because of the partner contract that you have, you're no longer allowed to stream onto other services at the same time. So previously, we would stream on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope at the same time. And for a short while, Mixer. Shout out to all my Mixer crew. But now we only subscribe on Twitch. So if you are one of the YouTubers watching this back as a VOD, and they'll still go up as a VOD every day, I promise. They're free to watch back as a VOD also on Twitch as well. So you're always welcome to do that. We just can only stream here now, which is super cool, which is why we're going to work really hard to get all these emotes and all the functionality working. It's a big blow to the Periscope posse. Owen Jackson and his Periscope crew, unfortunately. Poor Owen. I did tell Owen, and Owen said, Grumslag, thanks for donating 100 bits to the show. I did tell Owen, and Owen said that he's happy to be in the partner posse, as opposed to the Periscope posse, which I thought was nice. A lady centaur, I hadn't even thought about that. That is a great idea. Free Owen Jackson. Thanks, Grumslag, for donating another 100 bits to the show. That's awesome. You're brilliant. Okay. Yeah, justice for Owen. Right, so you guys want to hear about... So sad news. So if you are watching on YouTube, or you liked watching on YouTube, and we sometimes had like 50 or 60 people watching on YouTube, and I'm super sorry you guys are gonna, can't watch on the platform that you want, but I would love you to still join in the conversation and join us on Twitch every single day, and for all the shows. That'd be super important to me. So, if you can, that would be really cool and super fun. And I'm sorry that, that's the situation, but it does mean that we can unlock all the functionality in one place, which is, I think, more exciting. There's also some really fun stuff we can do. So with the T-Sports Network Twitch, which obviously you guys know about, if ever that reaches partner, and that will probably more consistently reach partner because that only does live coverage. Normally the numbers for live coverage are really high all the time. So whenever we do live coverage, we should be able to hit partner pretty much a few months after being, what's the right word? Being live, after COVID. And that means you're able to form what's called a team. So when you have partners in teams, you can both simultaneously stream, and so then you guys can kind of red button different games potentially. That's one of the things we're talking about in the future. So 2 different partner accounts can work together, and basically, if you guys, I'd like to watch that game in full or that game in full, we'll be able to do that basically. So that's a fun little bit of functionality that we've been genuinely working towards ever since this all began for when we do live coverage. Which, I know it doesn't sound amazing, but some people are like, I really want to watch that game. Some people are like, I really want to watch that game, so we'll be able to do that, which would be fun. What have I missed? To be fair, I did like watching on YouTube, so I could put it on the telly. Can you not put Twitch on the telly? Gitly. I think you can. Not to boomer you, but I feel like you can. Thank you to DJ Batman for resubscribing. Big love. Appreciate that. The big stonks. Most smart tellies can get Twitch app on it, yeah. You're already a Warhammer partner in my heart. Thanks, Grinaldi. You are too. 2-game commentary. There you go. You get it. The 3D Terrain episode, Mr. M. Groening, will be tomorrow now. I apologise it wasn't today, but I'm just going to do it tomorrow, which is super cool. I just got really excited last night, and it went out of my head, and I couldn't concentrate. Super sorry about that. Right, so should we talk about the emotes? Grum's I use the Twitch on my PS4. My smart telly doesn't have Twitch app, but I just Chromecast all over the house. Thanks. Archeon's chosen, thank you. No Samsung app for Twitch. Can you not just get... No. Not my telly, I've tried. Oh. Is Twitch subscribing the best way to support you now? No, Patreon's still the best way to support me. 100%. James, thanks for resubscribing. Appreciate you very much. Hype, hype, hype. So some of you guys... Okay. Right, I'm going to talk about the emoticons now. What is the future of the 40k adjacent show? Definitely one of your best features. I want to see it continue. MJ Pegasus, thanks for donating 5 gift subscriptions in the chat. And shout out to Simon, Fugslang, Cup, and Nineball. You guys are subscribers for the first time. Thanks to MJ Pegasus. And thanks, MJ, for being there the whole year. Great. My Sony telly has a Twitch app. Go on, Shugo. My wife is pregnant, and I think the baby will recognise Rob's voice when she's bored from how much of broadcasting in the house. Wait, there's a new Meta Watch! Oh my god, into Matt. We'll go for that in a minute. Alright. Oh my god, I'm so excited about a new Meta Watch. Right, let's talk about the emotes really quick for you guys. Oh, not really quick, whatever. So these are the emotes that we've been thinking about so far, right? So I'm going to need you like some thumbs up, thumbs down, or whatever. So there's going to be a new core Roblin emote. New core Roblin emote that you guys can use. We're updating the old Roblin emote to a new one. We're going to get a Hydro Homie emote for all the people podcast bros who just come in sometimes, say hi. I think that's an important one to do. What do you guys think? Icon's chosen. Love Honest Wargamer. Without you, StreamStreak, I don't know how I would have kept myself in the hobby whilst we couldn't play games. Oh, my pleasure, Archeon. Chosen. Happy to do it. You guys are great. Big love to you. Appreciate it loads. DJ Batman, thanks for gifting 5 gift subscriptions. Whoop whoop. Yeah, baby. That's awesome. Let's go. The gift subscriptions are amazing, and all subscriptions are amazing. I even forget about the money. I'm like, oh, more emotes. That's just where my brain's at now. I don't care about anything else. Right. Oh, Netters is a good one. Let me write Netters down. Okay. That's a good one in the chat. Well done, Twitch chat. Let me tell you the ones we've come up with, and then if you guys have got even better ideas, keep them to yourselves, and then tell us, because it's going to be good. You guys are the reason I'm doing this, because I want you guys to have the most sweet ass emotes. You can be like, I love this. So no data is another one that we're going to do. So a no data emote. Obviously we need that. That's super important. No data emote, definitely happening. A hashtag Owen fans emote. We need that. Right? Yeah? The number 69 should definitely go on there. Hold on. We'll write that down. 69. Owen fans is a great idea. We definitely should get a hashtag Owen fans emote. Now, I don't want you all to lose your shit. Okay? I don't want you all to get too excited. But a Nathan Prescott face emote. Nathan Prescott face emote. Yeah? I think that's a must. It will just be Owen emotes. You should be. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. I think that would be good. Yeah, I'm so good. Oh, Colonel Cabbage, thanks for donating £3.65 to the show. Get yourself a birthday jam sandwich. Oh man, thanks, buddy. You're a lovely fella. Right, so yeah, Nathan Prescott emote. A Burr emote, like 3D printers go Burr. I know that's a bit of a me emote, but I quite like that one. That's quite fun, as a response. Obviously, I think we should do a croak emote. Thank you very much, Tubbs, for resubscribing. Big love. Does Nathan Face one have the burlesque? Does the Nathan Face have a burlesque mode? I'm not sure, but I think we definitely need a Nathan Face, right? Croak emote, I think, would be obvious that we need a croak emote. And then also Archeon's sword. Get in the sword, or some sort of put him in the sword, get in the sword, big sword emote. I think that's a real obvious one as well. I think that would be really fun. A 500-point stomper emote. And I'm not saying where you could use the 500-point stomper emote, but all I'm going to tell you is that you can't ban emotes in a chat, no matter which chat, unless you ban all emotes, if that makes sense. Yeah? Oh, Great Guy, Great List is a great emote. Let's definitely get that. Great Guy, Great List. I don't know how you would do that as an emote, but sure. That's a tough one. These emotes on top of the current ones, yeah. So basically for tier 1, basically you can subscribe at 3 different tiers on Twitch, and they cost more money. I don't know what to tell you. It's a fucking capitalist society. Life's life. But the lowest one, yeah, lowest. God, That's a terrible way to describe it. The best one, yeah, the the basic bitch one, baby. We can have up to, I think it's like 18, 19 emotes at the minute. Peasant. It should, when you subscribe now, tell you which tier you subscribe at, basically. Like, it should say, like, it should be like a Grok Gang, or like a Grok Gang Boss, or a Grok Gang Overlord. Demini Papa. No, I legally can't stream on YouTube at all. But I can put videos on YouTube in post. So I could just do that, which I think is that's fine. That's fine. It's a bit of an unfortunate part, but we get to do really fun things. So, and Twitch feels like a really fun platform. Like, I get YouTube. YouTube feels like quite adult. A lot of people use it. It's a very sensible platform. And also, there's loads and loads of Warhammer people on there. It's probably more sensible to do everything on YouTube as a Warhammer content creator. I just like the Twitch platform. I just think, I just like all of its functionality and all of its interaction. I think it's super fun. A poll's a partnership feature. No, we could do polls as well. We could do all sorts. There's loads of fun stuff. Doing it just on Twitch is kind of easier because we can use some of the integrated functionality a lot. Find you on YouTube, but I swapped to Twitch to participate. Thanks, Hugo. Well, hopefully, I'm going to do some YouTube-specific things. Oh, Grim Slacker. Oh, man. Grim Slacker, thanks for donating £69, 69p. Oh, man, that's super nice. You didn't have to do that. Also, thanks to the Year of Entertainment for while sitting in my basement, buy some printed stuff. Thank you, Grim Slacker. I shall do that, and I shall take the girls to the ball. But there's no balls and no girls, so don't clip that. Don't clip that bit where I said there's no balls and no girls. Don't clip that. Thank you, Grim Slacker. That's super lovely of you. Incredible, in fact. Oh, it gets really awkward. I was talking to a lady therapist about this the other day. She's like, what happens when people are nice to you? I'm like, I feel awkward and I don't like it. So, fuck off. Cheers to you, Grim Slacker. Appreciate it. Fuck. Anyway, let's talk about this fun stuff for you guys, not for me. Thank you very much. The fun stuff for you guys. A StreamStreak emote, 500 point stomper emote, a tangent emote, a Roblin raid emote. So when we go, so at the end of this show, I'm going to raid. We're going to raid at the end of every show and make it super fun and try and connect with the rest of the Twitch Warhammer community. I think that'll be really nice. So we'll go raid a channel. We've done that a few times. It's been super lovely and uplifting. I think it's super fun. There's so many of you guys who always tune into me every day. We'll just go push them. Even if you never tune into whoever again, we just go bump them up for a day and that'll make them feel amazing. So thank you, Aztec Ace, for resubscribing. Jessica Lansbury raids get follows. Yeah, okay, but mainly just for fun. So we're going to get a Roblin raid emote, which we'll do. An honest hype emote. I can't say that. Can you guys try and say this at home? Honest hype. Honest hype. Anyway, honest hype emote. So then, a sin tier and a bin tier emote, which I think is going to be really important when we do review show stuff. So, what do you think of these new intercessors, sin tier, bin tier? Because there's only two options. It's either great or rubbish. There is no in between. I refuse. And then an app of the year emote, just for any time anyone mentions Battlescribe, I would say. I think that's a good... but then Punmaster and Netters. And then for tier 2, there's going to be a Roblin Poggers emote, which is like a Twitch thing. A 40k Stonks emote and an AOS Stonks emote. There's going to be a Troggoth Princess emote at tier 2. Calm down. And then in tier 3, an Only Jams emote, a Tory Rob emote, a Commie Rob emote, and a Salt Miner Rob emote. So those are the tier 3 ones. And then we're going to change it so when you donate bits, like you guys have in the chat, Burn the Tail. Thanks for gifting 5 gift subscriptions. Man, and Faces and Bases, thank you for joining Patreon. This must be a terrible podcast. It's just Rob reading out stuff and then people just giving him things. and this must make you think I'm such a twat, and I'm so sorry, but it's also really lovely of you. And this is how the kind of industry works. You do everything for free, and then people are nice to you. It's a weird system, and I get it, and I'm sorry, but that's how it works. Anyway, thank you very much, Burn the Tail. Super lovely of you. Rob needs a commission, a centaur lady. Will those emotes be available on Earth too? No. I'm going to write centaur lady down. Don't you worry. Great guy, great list. Centaur lady. Right. And then, what else? There's a little thing where if you donate bits, like you guys have in the chat, there's going to be like a little Roblin with different like armor upgrades. And then if you cheer, you can do a cheer, which is where you donate bits. None of this is available yet. Just wait. We're going to have like an animated jam jar. That's everything. I just thought I'd let you know. Now, you guys. And also, Cuboid Noise, thank you very much for resubscribing. No balls, no girls. The more subscribers we have, the more emotes we'll unlock. So basically, we're going to fill up the emotes. And when some of them aren't relevant anymore, let's say Croak doesn't become strong anymore, we'll just get rid of that emote. You know, whatever if the emotes aren't really applicable, we'll get rid of them. We'll try and keep them up to date and make them funny. And like, you guys make the show really funny. We come up with really funny stuff together. So we'll like try and like, and thanks to John Scrivens, we're able to like just turn those around quite quickly. But like, hey John, this is a funny thing we're doing, and in a couple of days' time, we'd probably have an emote for it. So we'll do that, which will be super fun. Ambiguous Pair, thank you for subscribing. This time last year, Rob wore a beanie. Good times. That's all that's changed. Rob, when are you going to 3D print a Centaur Girl heavy armor of Centaur ladies? Angle. Soon. When there's a good sculpt, I'm in. I want you to know that. I did put an eels emote. I did think an eels emote, but I thought some of them were a bit funnier because we talk about eels too much, right? Yeah, well, that's cool. Hey, Joe PLC. So yeah, so that's what Hitting Partner means. It's really exciting. It's a great update for the channel. Also, one of the things we're talking about as well is kind of doing a general channel rebrand. There's also plans to do some podcasts that are podcast specific and they don't really go on YouTube. That's specifically because I want to do some podcasts that are just pure information, if that makes sense. So they're just like, here's the information start to finish, almost no like opinion piece on it, just the data. So as like a learning resource or as something you want, like you're going for a run and you're like, I really wish I knew about this thing. You could just listen and you would just hear it and you would learn it over and over. Something I'm going to do for myself actually. So I'm just going to put it out as a YouTube video just so I remember the names of stuff, just so it's in my head. So I'm going to do that, which I think will be super fun. And I'm also going to do some YouTube videos that will also be YouTube exclusive. So there should be a bunch of different things. I'm hoping. Anyway, we'll see. Donal, I spoke to Donal this morning. So the other great news about also Hitting Partner, it's also been 365 days. 365 days since we started the StreamStreak. And I wanted to see how you're all doing. How are you all? Are you all okay? Is my point. Don't forget the big birthday celebration is going to be on Sunday, but I wanted to see today how you guys are. Are you all okay? YouTubers, if you're not YouTubers, if you've been watching for all year, thank you so much. Massive love to you. Leave some comments, like and subscribe. I hate myself. And then if you go on, and if you're one of the podcast Hydro Homies, this is for you. I hope you're well, and I hope you've been doing well, and thanks for listening for all this shit. Hobby Tom emote. Okay, Dan, we'll put Hobby Tom emote down. Let me write that down. Hobby Tom. I'll write this down as a little list. Also, we need a Fit Nick emote. That's a whole different conversation. Hobby Tom. I got that. Hey, Cordellian, I'll dance. Vaccine book for tomorrow. So Callum, Jakari out soon. Can play Toys in the Garden with other people a week on Saturday. Life is getting good. So Callum, super happy for you. DJ Batman, better now with the party news. Thanks. Hope you well, DJ. Big love. Scott B, my 1 year sub is the end of next week. What a journey it's been. Scott B, you talented bastard. So happy, man. Best thing about this year has been the daily shows. Oh, that's nice. I don't know. Like, fucking hell. I hope they've been good. Like, some days it's been hard, man. Like, this week's been hard. If you really want the honest truth from me, this week's been super tough for me. Like, it's been, I don't know, I just felt like really bummed out this week. Not sure why. But some days it just happens, right? And I think that's the lockdown. It's just all that. Oiled up Tom emote. I'll get on that. Rob, I'd say thanks for keeping me sane during lockdown and giving something fun to watch after doom scrolling. Oh man, Groom's like, I doom scroll too, baby. So big love to you, and I understand that loads. Faces and Bases, feeling better about things. UK Game Expo announced a physical event this year. Wow, is that true? That's super fun. That'd be really cool to go to. Jog PLC just been to a baby scan and everything's healthy and super happy. Congratulations to Jog in the chat. Big baby stonks for you. 69 and Big D energy emotes. Okay. Big D energy. Don't forget, Twitch does have some terms and services. Mainly, we're not going to do any, like, negative. Like, 500 point stomper isn't negative. It's just fun. We should 100% do that. In Australia, the stream starts at 11 PM. A nice way to finish the day, doing an hour of hobby at night. Oh, Mandollies. I hope you're well, man. I can't wait to see you again one time. That'd be so nice. The stream and the chat have been amazing over the year. Definitely a highlight. Scott B. The chat is the one. The chat is the one, right? That's the bit that gets me going through. Because I'd like to just also say that this has been as good for me as I hope it's been for you guys. Like, I've had a tough year, like, different points. Like, Super Series and stuff was amazing, then it get closed down. I've, like, been in and out of relationships. I've moved house a couple of times. Like, it's been tumultuous, ultimately. But, like, you guys have been hilarious through the whole time. You've been fun, and sometimes you haven't been fun. Sometimes you've had a hard day. Like, we're all going through this journey together, right, of the lockdown. And it's hilarious. Like, you guys are fun. Also, you guys, like, let's be honest, the Honest Wargamer chat, the Honest Wargamer podcast bros, anyone on YouTube, you guys don't let us get away with anything. Like, it's murder in here. Like, if someone starts being a bit too sassy, you guys are going to jump on them. And I love that. I think that that's really healthy. Scrivo got a shout out at the BTS hero. Yeah, big shout out to Scrivo all day long. I get my second COVID jab next week, says Gitley, already planning an outdoors gaming day. Oh my god, Gitley, I'm so jealous. I might just go, can you hang outside like the doctors and just like, you know, when there's like a spare appointment, you used to be like, look, I'm just sit here, and if someone doesn't turn up for the jab, just get me, doc. Is that a thing? Can you do that? I might try that. DJ Batman, thanks for gifting another gift subscription. You babe. Lol, I'm ready for Super Series. Come back soon. I'll have to watch through a third time. So it's like, it's coming back, I promise. I'm coming back. It's coming. Sasama is the new normal. It is. 65mm remote. That's a good idea. Let's get that. All right. So, yeah, it's been a tough year and also a fun year. So thank you, all of you, for that. And that's really all that bit is. That's the whole section. It's been a year. Now let's fucking just get on with what we do for a year. I heard there's a MetaWatch article. Shall we do this? Oh, it broke. No, it's fine. Yeah, we did Zip Zap Wrap. Did it break? Am I still here? Oh, no. My mate got his vaccine. Someone he works with, his mum is a nurse. There's spare vaccines. He literally went and got it. Guess it's who you know. Oh, damn it. Did we? Okay. Broke for a few seconds, but all good now. Okay, did you have to refresh, or was it a bit weird? Thanks. All right, let's go find this MetaWatch article. Let's go and have a look. I love this. This is always so fun. Hold on. Let me get it on the screen. Straight back to the business. No messing about. We've done this for a year. Yeah? We haven't got time to celebrate. We've got sass to fire. Okay. MetaWatch Mega Gargants. Here we go. Right. Okay. How do we feel about this? Let's just... Oh, no. I'll go back to that. I want all of this. Nice. Okay. Right. Picture of Gargant. Sons of Heaven made quite an impact when they were released last year. With very few in-person tournaments taking place at the moment, our event organizer Steve searched the realms for some folks. He must have rolled a 6 on his check because he found 2 top-tier players with loads of advice. Andy Magro, known as YouTube as the AOS coach, walked Steve through getting most of his Sons of Behemoth, while Dan Street offered some tips for taking them down. Of course. The first 2 people I would go to on this subject. DJ Batman, maybe. I did see the Warcry dude. The Warcry dude from Underworlds looks really great. That cartoon game is strong. Yeah, they've got a great cartoon game, right? Like, this is good. It's Sarah Kaiser, if anyone doesn't know. Sarah Kaiser does all their artwork, and she's very talented. She's a really clever lady. Steve, by the way, Steve, who does the interview for the Age Sigmar stuff, lovely fella. Lovely fella. I'm going to put that all day. When the Mega Gargant kit first came out, the reaction from the competitive community was mixed, with respective voices claiming they were great or underpowered in equal measure. Now that you've had a chance, underpowered? Who said they were underpowered? Vince. He means, I was like, who's the respected voice who said they were underpowered? He means Vince, not me. He means Vince, not me. That's who he means. I was like, am I respected in this article? No, it's not me. Now that you've had a chance to study the book and play some games, where do you think they sit among the other Warhammer Age of Sigmar armies? Anthony, I've played over 20 games with plenty of success using Sons of Behemoth, including a 2-day tournament and multiple 1-day match play events. I'm yet to face an opponent where I felt I've had an easy victory or been able to win. So I'd say this army sits in the competitive middle. Is that a new name? Is there a thing called the competitive middle? Is that how competition works? That you do average? Like, is that the definition of competitive? I'm not really sure. I've heard a similar term everywhere to describe. They definitely didn't want to say fat middle. Thanks, Kettle Cabbage. Fat middle was what they were trying to say. Fat middle is copyrighted by Owen. I think you don't want Owen's lawyers on you because I think Owen's lawyers are the Twitch chat, and I don't want to fuck with any of you. Let's be honest. I'm not fat. I'm competitive. Competitive Orgox Uxcullion is what he is. I'll have you know. And Blight Kings are competitive kings. Yeah, the big bone middle. I would agree they are the fat middle. I would agree with that as well. Absolutely, I would agree with the fat middle. By the way, the fat middle is the non-competitive middle. I would like to point out. Like, that's how that works. Fat middle is just a nice term I came up with the stats to not make everyone feel like the game was utterly broken. Anyway, moving on from that. Competitive middle equals participation trophy energy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's nice that they got some competitively middle people on for the show, for the article. I felt an easy victory. Okay, so the army is limited in terms of models, although but who I'm yet to face an the army is limited, says Steve, in terms of models, although the ones you have are suitably impressive. With Warhammer Age of Sigmar, with Warhammer Age of Sigmar being predominantly an objective-based game, how can you mitigate the way it may initially look like a problem? Anthony, my TMX variety is a big advantage to Sons of Behemoth army for controlling an objective. And then they put the rule in. Your Mega Gargants and Man Crushers will count as significantly more models towards claiming the objective. Your base size can dominate the zone around the objective. You have the ability to dish out high damage to anyone that challenges you, with a Gatebreaker only. Once you're sitting in an objective, you're a good spot to hold it, as your Mega Gargant's profile doesn't degrade significantly. Quickly realise your Man Crushers are the damage-dealing hammers in your force, while your Mega Gargants are the anvil, which to soak up the incoming damage. The Man Crushers save means you want to be attacking with them first, because they can't take a hit from opponent nearly as well as they can dish it out, because they have 5 up save. Your Gargant is limited to how it handles the meta and responds to the battle plans. You don't have cheap objective scoring units like Aether Wings. Can we all just talk about the fact that Aether Wings shouldn't be 40 points? Like, it's not okay. No, like they shouldn't be in the game, but that's a whole different conversation. Why does it have an asterisk next to it? Because they put stuff below. Where's the asterisk? Competitive middle. What does it say at the bottom? Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. He's being modest. Anthony recently took his Sons of Behemoth to a 62-player Victorian Grand Tournament in Australia and placed 8th with a 4-1 record, which is the fat middle. So, it's not like it's at the top end, but anyway. 60.8 things would be fine. They're sure. Unfortunately, talking about Sons of Behemoth, it seems like they're not referencing the painting meta at all in this, but this is fine. What are we on? Sons of Behemoth armies are unique due to the limited model range. How have you been able to vary your list ideas? And can you give us a rundown of your current favourite list? There's only so much you can tailor and you can achieve with 5 war scrolls, 3 sub-factions, and 0 war scroll battalions. Go on, coach. Get a sneaky little shot in there. That's right. A lazy designed book written in 35 minutes by an intern. As a City Sigmar player who can easily get analysis paralysis with all the different combinations, it's really hard to choose between Phoenix Guard and not Phoenix Guard. I welcome the simplicity of list design and deployment of Sons of Behemoth. Hey, I banned Fat Middle twice now. Wait, have you banned stuff? What have you done, Colonel Cabbage? Oh, wait, you did I'm not allowed to say Fat Middle. All right, okay. Apologies. It's the first time I've seen those things, Cabbage. I did those yesterday. I'll stop that. No more saying it. Competitive middle. Stuart Flynn, thank you very much for joining Patreon. Woohoo! That's awesome. Thanks, Stuart. Big love. Early on, I played Taker Tribe and focused on dominating my opponent on the objectives with Mega Gargants. In Taker's army, they count as 30 models and Man Crushers as 15. My Kraken Eater General was built to sit on objective as long as possible using the command trait Extremely Intimidating. We talk about the fact that Coach, let's look at a picture of him, 100% likes dominating his opponents. Look at that guy. That guy loves dominating his opponents. That's what he whispers as he moves the Gargants forward. I'm gonna dominate you, eh, kid? He didn't sound like that. What's he saying? My Kraken Eater General was built to sit on objectives as long as possible using the command trait Extremely Intimidating. Subtract 1 from hit rolls while they're within 3 inches of the General. My current favourite build is a Breaker Tribe with 3 Mega Gargants. You can use the Fierce Loathing table to create consistency in your Gatebreaker and Man Crusher units. Bossy Pants and Clever Clogs or Shinians are the strongest way to give them +1 to hit, and that's really important. Taking 3 Mega Gargants and a unit of 3 Man Crushers compared to 2 Mega Gargants or a unit of 3 Man Crushers and 3 Solo Man Crushers will decrease your deployment drops down to 4. That usually allows you to dictate who starts the game. I'll normally let my opponent move up the board first because the Gargants love dealing out mortal wounds when they charge, and you can increase your likelihood to make the charge by using the keep up rule, run and charge them. When I was stupid, basically I doxed myself on every card. There are 3 tiers of Super Keen: competitive, middle competitive, wooden spoon. What are the Sylvaneth army like? They're more of like a lower competitive army. Ah, interesting. What do you mean by that? Well, they're not technically competitive. They're more middle competitive. Sure. Thanks, Anthony. With these tips, you'll be standing tall at your next tournament. On the other hand, if you don't run Sins of Behemoth yourself, you want to come up with a plan taking them out instead, enter Dan Street. Look at that. Gorgeous bastard. He is a beautiful bastard, is what he is. Hi, Steve. It's good to be back. The key to facing Sons of Behemoth is to hit them hard and early. You do not want to be engaging in turns 2 and 3, finding that Sons of Behemoth players already gained a substantial lead on victory points. That's so nice of Dan to give us all of this information, having beaten them and won several tournaments. He is a genius. I saw the 2-day event that was the first Oz tournament that allowed Suns. Let's just say they did not impress 1, 2 out of 5. That said, a new army takes a while to get experience with. Yeah, I think 4-1 is an aberration. Like, shout out to Gemma Coach and the other fellow who went at the weekend, but if we're just like, I am being nice. That was nice. I complimented him. Like, there's no inference in there, Owen. Like, how dare you? Like, that was nice. It was nice. But I don't think that 4-1 is there. Like, I think 3-2 is where they actually sit. I think 4-1's an aberration, and as time goes on, like, sometimes they'll go like 4-1. It depends on how much of like a bunny run it is and how much like nice the field is. Like a cutthroat UK event, they're going like 3-2, like, and 4-1's an outlier, like, in my opinion. Right, so hi Steve, it's good to be back. Hit hard and fast. High progressive combat armies will do well against Sons of Behemoth because they engage them in their deployment zone. This stops them from racking up points on objectives, and those armies can usually put out sufficient damage in combat to phase them, bring them down. Okay, so no, not those. Teleporting high damage shooting armies are also a strong counter. Wait! Let me get this right. Let me just read this again. Hyper-aggressive combat armies will do well against the Sons of Behemoth. Let me check again. Teleporting high damage shooting armies are also a strong counter. So, let me get this right. Good combat armies do well against them. Good shooting armies do well against them. Interesting. I wonder which armies I could play that do those things. I guess not Sylvaneth is what he means. The lower competitive tier. By charging Sons of Behemoth first, they're deprived of causing mortal wounds from crushing charge. But Sons of Behemoth have no screen unit, so you're generally free to pick a target. Then show Dawn Riders, which are specifically not good at charging into Mega Gargants. Maybe into Man Crushers. No, not even Man Crushers. Those that... So Dawn Riders are really cool. I really like their War Scroll. Let me talk about it, because I want to talk about this for a moment, because this is just a guy who's put he's like cavalry, found a picture of cavalry, but it's the most, in no way do I think they're being intentionally disingenuous in this picture. I just thought a guy found a cavalry one, but this is the worst cavalry unit maybe to show, because they've got this really cool ability called Deathly Furrows, which is at the start of the combat phase. You can say this unit will use its Deathly Furrows ability. If you do so, in that phase you can either add 1 to the attacks characteristic of this unit's melee weapons, but can only target units that have a wounds characteristic of 1 or 2 and do not have a mount, or you can add 2 to the attacks characteristic if they have a wounds characteristic of 1 and do not have a mount. So basically, if they've got 1 or 2 wounds, you get a bonus amount of attacks, either a bonus 2 attacks or a bonus 1 attack. It's so good. Like, it's amazing. It's really well designed. And it's really specific as well. So even if you charged into like an Alapex, or if you charged into like Chaos Knights even, they don't even get any bonus against Chaos Knights because they're not as big as Chaos Knights. However, when they're going through infantry, if they're going through skinks or anything else, like, bang! Yeah? Like, really well designed War Scroll. Specifically terrible as a War Scroll into Sons of Behemoth, but that's a side note. Concentrate your firepower. Gargants will count as some models and shoot them. Hit the Man Crushers first. Pin them away from the objectives. Teleporting units can mess with their plans. You'll be able to steal their home objective against Sons of Behemoth player, because a single Man Crusher will stand hold it against a small mobile teleporting unit. Rather, their objective is to lay the Gargants for a turn or 2, allowing other units in your army to score central objectives. Woohoo! Other spell walls like Prismatic Palisade and Gravetide can also be used because you can't step over them, although I'm pretty certain in the future you will be able to. Position your defensive screens with care. I just don't want to read any more of this. That's just... it's all... don't care. I've learned nothing. It's what I'll learn. But fun article. And congratulations to everyone who wrote it. And big shout out to Steve. He's a lovely fella. Do I smell data? Is there data in here? No, there's no data in that. There's none. Anyway, lovely article. That was a nice little surprise for today, which was super fun. And I think that's us done for the day. I don't really have anything else to talk about unless you guys got any questions. It's been a year. I'm going to do the train show tomorrow. Apologies. I'm sorry this show's been a bit of a mess. I've just been rambling. I've just been really excited generally and hype. James Brown. James Brown, thanks for joining Patreon as well. Oh, thanks to everyone for joining Patreon. You guys are lovely. It's so nice. Super Keen says, counters. Combat, shooting, control, movement. At least they aren't countered by Battle Shock shenanigans, I guess. It's true. It's true, they're not. When's Super Series roadmap? Faces and Bases. It should be in the next couple of days. The problem... Rob, you skipped the part about walling them off. Oh, okay. Let me go back, Owen. So sorry. Hold on. I want to make sure I go back to this. You skipped the part about walling them off with Endless Spells, despite the rules on Endless Spells specifically changed to stop it, lol. Endless Spells, walls like Palisade and Gravetide and Firewall can also be an effective way to prevent Mega Gargants from getting to an objective. While Mega Gargants can walk over Endless Spells, the Man Crushers cannot, and no Gargants can charge over them. That's intense. That's intense. That's fine. But like, this is more of like a painting meta article than it is really like a game meta article, right? I would say. So yeah, I don't have much else to say. Tomorrow I'm 100% doing. Tomorrow I'm 100% doing the terrain show. And terrain show for Age of Sigmar specifically. And the reason I'm doing it is because I think that there's a really important conversation about terrain. I'm speaking to Vince. Unfortunately, I already had a long chat with Vince last week, and he was bitching at me like he does. Bitch. Well, the thing you've got to know, Rob, and he made a good point, which was about cover terrain. So I'm going to be talking about that tomorrow, the terrain meta. He made some incredibly valuable points I'd like to point out. And he's a charming, warm, and lovely fellow who I adore. That's just how I show love, by being mean. We talked about, so I'm going to be talking about the 4 keywords tomorrow. I'm going to be talking about obscuring terrain. I'm going to be talking about cover terrain, Vince. Damn, whatever you are. Impassable terrain, and there's the 4th one. God damn it. Obscuring, cover, impassable. Wrote it down. Or whatever. Some other word that I forgot. Breachable, not breachable. That would be nice. But something. Some other terrain that I've forgotten. Whatever the word is. So it'll basically be obscuring terrain is line of sight blocking terrain. Oh, garrisonable. Oh my god, of course. So, you've got obscuring terrain, which we'll talk about tomorrow, and I'm going to do some pictures. That's why it's like last night, the stuff about partner and everything has thrown me off, because I'm doing some set pieces. I'm going to take some pictures and show you on the screen. So we're going to talk about impassable terrain, we're going to talk about garrisonable terrain, we're going to talk about cover terrain, and we're going to talk about obscuring terrain. And we're going to talk about how that can impact a game, and how it can make a game loads better, and how I think it will impact tournament play, and why it should be a huge part of the gaming experience, even if you're not playing competitive games, playing games at home. I think it's going to be really valuable. So we'll do that tomorrow. Hopefully, maybe I'll go and talk about on Vince's show about it as well at some point, which would be nice. After Volcanic, yeah. So that's going to be super good. Positive Victim, thanks very much. Happy birthday to you. So yeah, that's tomorrow's show. And then Saturday, we're going to be doing the live reveal show. So we'll be live for 4 hours like we normally are. On a Saturday and Sunday is the big birthday party show. So do that. If you guys want to get involved in that. No news on possible Chaos Dwarves. That's not happening. The accents are the underrated highlight of this stream. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. The terrain is coming on really well. Oh man, Simon Fugslang. Thank you for also... Have you joined Patreon as well? Is that what? You keep saying new pledges. Man, that's fucking super awesome of you. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Are we getting stream raiders? Oh yeah, we got to do the stream. We got a raid as well. Don't let me forget that. Thanks, guys. We'll do that now. We'll do a little raid. What was I going to say? I can't end the show without saying thank you to all of you and everyone on Patreon and everyone who listens to the podcast, and also everyone who's ever been on the show in any way. So if you've just been in the chat and that's the only way you've supported the show, listen to the podcast, that's the only way you've supported the show, then I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for helping us get here. It's been awesome. Let's just go from here and go bigger. Like, I've loved it, and you guys have been amazing. Thank you. And thank you to everyone who consistently supports the show, whether it be John, or Nick, or Tom, or Nathan, or Dan, or James, or Owen, or Darren, or Dayton, or Bud, or anyone that comes on the show all the time, like Speckles for getting scammed on Earth 2, like, all of you. You're all amazing, and, like, from the bottom of my heart, like, I feel like it's a community project. The other nice thing is that we got here, as like, Chuckabutty, there's another person. And the other nice thing about getting here is we got here ourselves. Like, The Honest Wargamer is a purely community-funded project. Yeah, sometimes I'm a salty bitch, but I'm your salty bitch. Like, that's what you guys pay me to be. Like, not pay me to be salty, but you pay me to be honest and like express myself and talk about my feelings. We don't get anything for free about the game. We love the game. We love the games. We talk about it all the time. We're emotionally involved. We're like invested financially and like personally, but like we don't like we did it under our own steam, thanks to you guys. So, you're all great. Like, nothing but love is all I'm going to say. And that's it. Now let's go stream some. Let's go raid some bitches. That's what we're going to do. Let's go see if we can raid. So Shugo, always come and play Warhammer. Like, cutthroat and aggressive doesn't mean anything. Like, you should just play. You should always play Warhammer and not be bothered about like something being cutthroat or aggressive. Oh, there's loads of you watching. That's so nice. Let's go find someone to raid, shall we? There's a German lady painting. There's a guy painting Orc Knobs. There's a guy playing Total War. Let's do this guy, Gus the Hutt. He seems like a cutie. Should we raid him? Let's raid him. Okay, so / raid. Here we go. Gus the Hutt. This is going to be such a bad end of every like podcast. Everyone just be like, Gus the Hutt. Did I do it? Oh my god, I didn't do it. Flip. You tell me I'm fucking noob, can't you? Raid channel. Oh my god. Come on, Rob! You can do this! Okay. Send viewers to another channel. Let's do this. No raid. I'm doing it. I think I'm putting too many letters in. That's the problem. It's got nothing to do with the I know how to do it. We're in! Let's go get that. Let's go get that guy. You guys have been amazing. Thank you forever and ever. Talk to you soon. And let's go. Let's go make this guy's day. Big raids. Big honest. Big FUBs.